Letters fly off a spinning globe from the US, UK, and Australia to spell SGK Studios present. The words, an audio pizza production, appear and fade away.
Hey, Joey, you ever been eaten by a grown zombie? Do you like gladiator games? You ever escape from a Turkish prison? No, we're not talking classic airplane movies. We're talking fun and games next on Audio Pizza. Hello, Kayaker here. Welcome to another edition of Audio Pizza, where we're going to talk a little bit fun and games. It is summertime, and we are out and about. Okay, yes, I know it's summertime only in the Northern Hemisphere, but hear me out. Only, 32% of the population is in the Southern Hemisphere, so they don't really count, okay?
Oh, no, you brought stats into the intro. I mean, I lost the will to live already.
Fine.
That's ridiculous.
In the Southern Hemisphere, it's Garth from Down Under. How are you, Garth?
Kayaker, thank you. Hello. How are you? I am in the Southern Hemisphere, one of the 32% of the world's population, apparently, that live here.
Well, actually, as I think about it, it's 32% of the landmass and 10% of the population. But anyway.
All right.
Sorry.
This fun and games is really getting off to a good start.
It's trivia.
Way up there in the Northern Hemisphere, in the little old city of Manchester, we have Mr. Shaun Priest. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you, Garth, for that amazing intro. How are you, Kayaker?
I am doing very well. I'm enjoying my
Right,
summer.
that's enough. Move on.
Okay, fine.
God, this is tedious.
We don't actually want to know.
You don't want to know?
Yeah. Just do the pleasantry.
We're just trying to move on. What on earth are we talking about this episode? Fun and games? That sounds disturbingly vague.
Well,
Slightly creepy, even.
Fun and games.
After the intro, I have no idea. Like, I'm sure that's some sort of reference to something I should know, but no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Seriously, with the Naked Gun remake coming out with
Liam
Nielsen,
Nielsen.
who replaced
I didn't think it was
Leslie
Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, see, that's why it's confusing. They're both the same guys. Same names. I'm confused. But anyway.
It's not the same. They got
you know
different
what?
names.
I was honestly thinking when you said that at the beginning that, they've got him to do it again.
No, it's Liam. What's his last name?
Nielsen.
Liam Nielsen and Leslie Nelson?
Nielsen.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah.
close enough. You can see it's like a... It's like an
hilarious.
anagram.
That's why he plays his son
That's the funniest part of the movie.
in the show. In
Yes,
the new
but-
movie, he plays
yeah.
his son.
I thought okay, very good. Very
It's a
good.
bit of a...
God, you guys are so aware of pop culture.
Before the Naked Gun, there was Airplane, which was the classic spoof of Zero Hour. Come on, it's a classic. Everyone
Yes, I watched Airplane when I was about 15, I think. I don't know. It was a long time ago. I can't remember that kind of a reference now.
Well, I think it still holds up.
It probably
it's probably
didn't
one of
have
the top
AD.
10
I could
comedies of
probably
all
see
time. Anyway, that's
So
fun.
for any of our listeners under 50, that was a reference to a movie called Airplane.
Yes, I believe it was one.
That's all you had to do, Kayaker. See, Shaun, right there, the professional.
Great
Thank
to
you, Shaun.
Thank you.
Great to
You're welcome. Anyway, let's have more fun.
Yeah.
It's actually a classic movie and an absolute... you got to watch it. I don't know. You know what? Saying that, AD'd? I don't know. Because it's one of those where there's so many
let's find
visual
out.
gags happening in the background.
Exactly.
It's funny.
I remember the one that came after it. Was it the one that
Is it
was the
Airplane
space
2?
shuttle instead?
Airplane 2. Yeah, that was with Kirk. William Shatner was in that one as well. So, yeah, it was classic.
And I just remember the scene where the space shuttle is sitting on the tarmac and they're all, getting ready for it. And in the background, there's a bloke shoveling coal into the back of the, back of the space shuttle.
It's hilarious, I've got to say. Yeah, I must see if I can get that on AD.
You can, but I will admit the AD is not as good because there's so many visual gags, but you do catch some.
Neff, where's Neff?
Yeah, come on, Neff.
Let's get
Sort
Neff
it
on
out.
it.
There is an
Sort
AD.
it out, please.
You can download it up there on our site where we get movies, vaults of audio, and yeah, it was good.
You can't say it.
I didn't
what's
say
the
anything.
First rule of vaults of audio: never talk about vaults of audio.
I didn't.
Oh.
So it's available.
Mm-hmm. You can find it out there.
Where?
We'll just beep that out to make it even more
More cryptic. Okay, so let's talk. Why don't we start there? How do we have fun? Movies. That's got to be it, isn't it? Everyone watches movies
hardly ever
for
watch
fun.
a movie. No.
Or TV shows?
I rarely ever watch video, like TV, audio described or not. I rarely watch movies or TV shows lately. Within the last 10 years, 15 years. There's a few things that I do watch, but mostly I consume sort of
Scotch
content like when available. I consume that sort of content whilst I'm doing other things. So maybe it's going to sleep, maybe it's doing the washing up, maybe it's whatever, I'm doing other stuff. And
wow, what a fun life you lead whilst washing up or sleeping. Those fun pastimes.
Whilst going for a walk in the great outdoors
Well
with
done.
the sun shining and the birds singing,
Yep.
whatever.
Okay.
But in situations where I don't want to have both ears in, and I always feel like, it's like audio dramas. I love audio dramas. But I never listen to them because, I've got to give it its due and put both headphones in.
Yeah.
Hear the proper stereo thing.
Yeah.
Give it my full attention.
Mm.
And most audio content for me is consumed when it's a secondary thing or an
background media. Is that what you're saying?
not a background media. Yeah, it's adjacent to what I'm doing.
Okay. So just not behind you, just shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Okay.
I'm not relegating, and this is why I can't listen to Double Tap very often because podcasts are for going to sleep. And you guys are way too entertaining. I wouldn't go to sleep if I was
well
listening to
done.
you.
You saved that one, Garth. Well done. Check out Double Tap, your favourite podcast app, or doubletaponair.com. Thank you. What about you, Kayaker? You still into your movies and TV shows?
Yes, I still do. I'd probably say I do TV shows. Well, audiobooks are by number one my most viewed.
Oh, you're so blind.
Well, it's funny. I would say that the sighted people have actually pushed audiobooks to the norm rather than the blind folks because
absolutely.
People have really gone into Audible and playing books in cars and commutes and commuting. We're the small audience. We're leveraging the mainstream tech for our purposes, and it's great. The number of audiobooks out there is phenomenal. So I like audiobooks. I also like ADTV. Unlike Garth, I like to be hip and cool and know what the the current trend and the water cooler
How's
talk
that working out for you?
Huh? Yeah. That's groovy, man. Groovy.
Airplane 50 years ago. Yeah.
Hence my airplane reference, right?
What about general TV?
Foundation. I keep up on my favorite series, Foundation on Apple TV. South Park just came out. South Park.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
Oh.
What? Oh, you haven't lived, Garth. I'm telling you. Okay.
I know.
How can you not know? See, Garth is just
I know South Park. I've heard their voices enough times, and I've heard other people doing their voices even more, but I've never really watched it enough. I've put it on a couple of times and just thought, oh my God, I haven't got time for this right now. And never got back to it.
You're too mature for South Park. Oh, I see.
Right. No, I don't think so.
I probably thought I was at the time. I'm certainly not too mature for anything.
Well, it's one of those shows that has multiple levels to it. It's like The Simpsons originally. It's got the adult part and the kid part. And although now I'd say South Park is practically all adult part, it's gone. The last episode was really good, but I'll leave it at that.
At the time of recording, that would be the Trump episode, right?
Yes, it would
With
be.
the deep fake.
Oh my goodness, was that hilarious?
It might be worth watching.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny though, right? I do not watch any terrestrial, as we call it over here in the UK, TV anymore. Not at all.
No.
BBC Licensing Corporation, if you're listening, that's why. You don't get his fees.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't watch that. The kids have never really watched TV. Terrestrial TV at all. Everything is either YouTube or it's Netflix. That is it. I don't know that the fact that I've stopped watching TV is because of the maybe lack of AD content, or it's simply because everybody I mean, it's a big societal shift that everyone's just moved to on demand anyway, right? No one watches terrestrial TV. So I don't think I'm that different. But no, I don't watch anything anymore. And to be honest, even streaming has got to the point of, I spend more time flicking through the hundreds of shows on there thinking, I can't be bothered. So, I barely watch anything like that anymore. And to be honest, I don't listen to audiobooks. So what do I do? Actually, nothing. That's what I do. No, I tell you, how
generate
I waste
content.
Yes. No, I tell you how I waste my time. It's things like Facebook Watch. It's things like...
what is Facebook Watch?
So Facebook Watch is the same as Reels on Facebook. It's those
What's a reel on
videos.
Facebook?
It's just a video, then that finishes, and then the next video comes up, and then the next video comes up. Very much TikTok video style, or I'm sure Instagram has something like it. So it's just that short form videos, and it's just whatever the algorithm throws at you. And it could be, First Amendment auditors, it could be clips of Family Guy, it could be clips from old 70s shows. Kayaker would like that. It could be absolutely
We're getting
anything.
an insight into what it throws at Shaun.
Yeah, no, exactly right. It could be absolutely anything. But I don't know what it is. I've totally fallen out of the habit of tuning into a show. It's really strange. And even binge watching, like I think the last thing I probably binged was something like Breaking Bad, So, I mean, even binge watching on streaming, whatever service you choose, I don't even do that very often anymore. It's almost like as a population, we've lost our attention span.
Well, at least you have. You have no attention. You watch the 30-minute show.
Shaun, do your girls watch Netflix, or do they mostly watch YouTube or other? Or, I don't know. What do they do?
They mostly watch YouTube, and it's these really strange things. I'm just showing our age, I suppose we all say that. Like I was watching something with Georgia yesterday, and it was it the Amazing Digital Circus or something? And it's all these. It's an animation of characters that have got sort of trapped in VR. It's almost like a dark comedy horror. And of course, I couldn't make head nor tail of it, but mostly they watch YouTube. When they watch Netflix, it's something like, I know they both watch something, Brooklyn Nine-Nine and stuff like that on Netflix.
Okay.
Or sometimes you'll like this, Kayaker, the original Star Trek, that's always playing when they're having their tea or whatever. So, it's very much, but the main thing they get their sort of new original content from is YouTube. And I think that's just the way it's going, right?
That's certainly the way it's been going for me personally too at the moment. Last year, I think I went through, I track my books in Goodreads. And I think I did something like 130 books in the year, or 120 at least. And this year, I've probably only read about 20. I don't know what it is, but it's nowhere near as many.
I can tell you what's changed.
Because I've been on a bloody YouTube. No, I've been on a YouTube guitar fest. Gotcha. It's just, that's just what I happen to have been listening to a lot of at the moment. But yeah, I think with my kids as well, they do watch Netflix. And funnily enough, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I remember my youngest son watching that a lot. So,
it is great, I've got to say. When I'm sat there watching it with them, it's really funny.
It's really good.
It's just, I don't know, I've just fallen out of the habit of searching stuff out. Just lazy.
And I often hear references to all these shows on Apple TV or on Netflix and think, that really sounds good. And I never watch it.
So you haven't seen Severance?
Actually, there you go. I haven't seen the new... Is there a new season yet?
Well,
there's a new season,
Well,
right?
there's a second season which came out, so...
Yes. Okay. I've watched the first season, and that was probably the last thing I binged.
Nope.
We watched the movie, the 3-part series that was, I think, on Netflix. That was the adaptation of the book. The one that was set in Germany with the blind girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can't think what it was called now.
No, I can't either. It was a real blind girl that played her.
Yeah, that one. It was great. Then read the book.
Go on, say it. You're dying to say the book was better. Go on, say it.
No, I don't know that it was. I remember the show more than I remember the book, so maybe the show was better.
Well done.
Well, in my humble opinion,
in this particular instance,
in my humble opinion, audiobooks are the ultimate in audio description because that's what they do. They paint the picture. So I know people think that the movie is the premier art form of a story, but I think books are personally.
Do they? Do people think that?
I think so. I think people do think that because isn't the, when you write a book, it's like, oh, maybe they'll make this into a movie. I think movie seems to be the
that's financial.
pinnacle of success.
That's just a validation of
maybe,
the goodness of the book for the use of the better English language.
You're Australian. We don't care, Garth.
Okay, that's good.
It's funny though, right? We're always pushing for more AD, more AD, more AD, and then I'm saying, I just watch Facebook or YouTube, which has absolutely no AD whatsoever. But it's a different style of content, obviously. It's more a sort of someone's picked up a camera and just recorded whatever's happening in front of them rather than a scripted story. So there is a difference there. But I think Netflix is really good for AD. A lot of them are okay now. But Apple TV is just absolutely amazing when it comes to AD.
Yeah. And Apple TV is where I've been watching my last couple of shows. Murderbot, Severance, and now every week I'm looking forward to Foundation on Fridays. And the last thing that I think I watched was, the other thing I'm watching is the Strange New Worlds, the Star Trek series, Christopher Pike, and that's on Paramount, I think.
Okay. The Foundation series. Mm-hmm. So this is like another series by now? Is it series 2?
Season 3 is out now. It's, I think 4 episodes are out so far.
So obviously this is something you're looking forward to. I remember watching the first 1 or 2 episodes of season 1 and just thinking, no, this is not working for me. Was I not getting it, or was it good then already?
I think it took some time. I think a lot of the early complaints, it's again the book versus the show. The books span like 1,000 years, and the characters change. And in the show, you just can't. They had to make some compromises. So I think they did a good job adapting Asimov's books to the TV. But people who like the original books, which are very 50s sci-fi, it's interesting just reading the books to hear what people thought was going to happen in the future from the point of view of the 50s. Introduce of atomic age and stuff like that. I think that's fascinating as a historical cultural context. But the stories are also very 50s-ish. It's sort of like Mad Men, or sort of you can tell it's dated. The books are definitely dated, and they modernized the series. And I think they did a good job, and it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I didn't enjoy it. The first season took me a while to get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
With my lack of wanting to really watch TV that much at all, I only got 1 or 2 episodes in and gave up on it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you after the first.
Revisit that at some point.
Especially if you're expecting something like from the Asimov books, so it could be tough.
Yeah.
Has anyone actually given up on a big screen TV in their home?
Yeah, absolutely. We don't have one.
Not at all?
No. There is a small TV that is in the top of a cupboard somewhere, but we do not have a television in the house.
So how do you watch anything you watch?
We listen to it. We just put it on the phone or the iPad.
Just on the phone or the iPad.
If we're both watching, we'll put it on an iPad.
Yep.
Because we can't see it, no matter, you can make the TV as big as you like, we're not going to see it.
No, exactly right. Yeah. What about you, Kayaker?
I have a big screen TV, but basically everything goes through the Apple TV. So I'm really using it as a sound system delivery to get to my Sonos. So I have a TV, but I enjoy some of the surround sound effects from watching like Foundation or something in stereo. Yeah.
Important to know that the Apple TV audio descriptive track is in 5.1 as well, whereas I don't think any of the others do that. It's usually just stereo mixed down.
What does that mean? So 5.1 in that context of a single audio track, where do they put it? Just straight down the middle?
Yeah.
Is it only on the center channel?
Good question. I think it is. I think it's the same as more or less the dialogue. So yeah.
I would assume it was. Yeah. But the point is that you don't miss out on the surround sound track of the other audio, of the actual movie soundtrack. Because if you put AD on, say, in Netflix on a surround sound movie, it just becomes stereo.
Oh, I was not aware of that, since I don't watch any of it through an actual sound system anymore.
But I am aware. I don't have a surround sound system, so it doesn't make any difference to me, and I think that's the case for a lot of people. But
that's cool to know, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It just shows that Apple are, they're actually considering Well, why would you mix down the surround sound?
Why would you do it to... Yeah, exactly. That's amazing.
Yeah, so that's another... Well done, Apple. Talking of that, before we move on, what streaming services do you subscribe to then, Kayaker?
Netflix and Apple TV Plus. Those are the two.
But you mentioned Paramount now.
I did a free 7-day thing to catch up on that. So no, I'm not a... Yeah.
Did a free thing,
I did a free
binged
thing,
the show,
and
wanted to watch and got rid of it. And
Nothing wrong with
go
that.
for it. If you can do that for what you want to do, then go for it.
Yeah, I do that all the time with Disney. If something comes on Disney, I watched... it was an Australian thing. I funnily enough, kept seeing clips on Facebook Watch about some hitman. And it looked really cool watching the clips. So then I signed up for Disney for the free trial and binged the entire seasons. And it was like, oh, that was terrible. Mr. In Between or something. But
Okay,
yeah,
never watched it.
Netflix, do you know what? Netflix is just always there because I've just been with it from the start. So it's almost like I don't want to leave it because I think I get it slightly cheaper than it should be because you're grandfathered in. And
Yes.
So it's like
I had that with the Disney.
I keep looking through and thinking, because every now and again you go through your subscription and think, right, I'm going to cull all these monthly subscriptions. And I get to Netflix and I always hover. I think, well, the kids do like watching that. And yeah, so it's always survived so far. But Netflix is the only one I subscribe to. There's just too many out there now.
Let's get off the couch and get outside. So for fun and games, what do you do outside for fun and games, if anything?
Absolutely nothing. Well, that's a ridiculous question. I don't personally do anything. I'm intrigued by this. I'm expecting big things from Garth, obviously, living in paradise. Don't laugh, you do.
We haven't been to Parkrun for quite a while, but we were going to Parkrun relatively regularly. And for anyone who doesn't know, it's a worldwide thing that on a Saturday morning you go for a 5K run. Now, when you say a 5K run, it caters for anyone. If you want to walk it, that's fine. But it's just a really nice community type thing. Most places will have... In Melbourne, there's probably 10 or 12 different areas, 12 different centres where they do parkrun along a local trail or riverside or whatever it is. On the Gold Coast, there was a few there that I went to. Really nice community, fresh air, exercise, good thing to do. We haven't done it for, I don't know, at least 12 months. And with baby, I guess at some point we'll get there again, go for a walk. But getting up bright and early to go out on a Saturday morning just really isn't on the cards at the moment.
That's right, yeah.
Other than that, sport-wise, we play Swish, which is also called blind table tennis.
Oh!
The rest of the world would be more familiar with, is it Shogun?
Showdown, I think. Showdown, right?
Showdown, not Shogun. That's
Shogun is the
Japanese movie, isn't it? Japanese novel.
I have no idea what you're talking about. When you said Swish, I had some sort of love game in mind. But okay, let's go with ping pong.
Swish, yeah. No, so table tennis, but for blindies. So to give a really quick description of the game, you've got basically a table tennis-sized table that has very small borders on the outsides, down the edges. The net is inverted, so you have a board above the table with a gap under it, and you have a ball that is cricket, tennis, sort of tennis ball sized roughly.
Yes.
Hard plastic filled with bottle caps and things to make it dingle as it rolls along the table.
Dingle.
And then you get two bats. The ends of the table are open, which is different to Showdown. So the whole end of the table is open, and then you have games of either one or two, 2 versus 2, 1 versus 1. With the game being pretty easy and objective of actually whacking the ball under the net and across, stop the other person not getting it. It's basically like ping pong. Miss the ball and you lose.
After that incredibly detailed description, I still have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like you're playing ping pong inside the middle of a sandwich. Have I got that right?
You're playing ping pong along the table. So the ball's rolling along the table
Yes.
rather than bouncing. And your bat is a bit like a little cricket bat. It's about a foot long, 30 centimetres long, and about 10 centimetres wide.
Right.
A little.
So it's more like foosball than ping pong, right? Because the ball's rolling.
The ball is rolling like foosball, yeah. The ball is flat on the deck of the table, and you just hear it. You hear it coming. It's a very fast action game. You have to hit the ball with one hit. I think with Showdown you can stop it, line it up, and whack it. Do multiple hits. It's not a continuous flowing like ping pong.
What is going on? Is this new? Is this what the youth are playing? I have never heard of this in my life.
It's an Australian game.
Ah, that explains it. Fair enough.
It was invented here.
Of course it was.
In the 50s.
Let me guess, you're world champions at it as well. Because no one else plays it.
And it has popularity centres in Australia even. Like it's very popular in Melbourne and in Queensland. Played a little bit in the rest of the states, and every now and then we have people from other parts who want to take it up. It is a great game. What I'll do actually is get a clip, an audio clip, and insert it here.
Yes, mate.
Oh, no.
It's really hard for me to sort of imagine that being played, but it sounds cool. It's funny, I've never really got into the blind sports. Let me do air quotes. Blind sports. Because there's, what is there, Go Ball? That's meant to be popular, right?
Goal ball.
What did I call it?
Go ball.
All right. What is it?
Goal. GOAL.
Is it? Are you sure? I'm almost 1,000% it's Go Ball.
Well, maybe there's another game called Go Ball.
Oh, maybe
that I'm
there's an
not aware
Australian
of.
version. Yeah, okay. All right, whatever it's called. Blind tennis, blind cricket, blind football, blind archery. I've never tried any of those sports. And for the life of me, I don't know why, because it honestly sounds quite fun.
Did you play any sports when you could see, guys?
Well, I used to play
Played
football
football
as
and
a
cricket.
kid, as you used to do.
Well, when we both say football, we mean
Soccer,
different
you mean
things, so
soccer,
that's
yeah.
okay.
Well,
we mean soccer, and I mean rugby league.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, you were posh. I remember playing rugby. Yeah.
What? No, that's rugby union. not
Oh,
rugby league.
sorry.
They're different
No,
things.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play soccer, but no, not really. What about you, Kayaker? Well, your name kind of gives it away, but okay.
Well, I mean, I always sailed in kayak, but as far as team sports, I used to play baseball and just, pick up football games, that type of stuff. And tennis.
Pick up
Tennis. I was a
football
tennis
games.
player. That was my
What's pickup football?
Oh, just sort of,
American football,
American
rugby,
football,
Australian football,
just, couple of
where you pick up the ball, I'm guessing.
No, where you just nothing organized. You just go out and run plays and throw the balls,
Okay.
just sort of,
Jumpers for goalposts. I remember those days, isn't it?
Yes. The upended chair for the cricket stumps.
It was. Oh, you had chairs. We had chalk stumps on a brick wall, sir. Anyway,
Brick wall. You had a brick wall. We didn't have a brick wall. in my
Luxury.
day. Luxury.
what about now, though, Kayaker? Do you not play any sports at all?
No, I occasionally the blind sailing, I guess that could count, but that's sort of more of a activity. Yeah, it's
Now,
interesting.
Listen to your tone of voice there, right? Are we slightly hesitant to add the blind thing to the start of a sport? Are we hesitant to that? I'm just thinking. I would actually quite like to play like blind tennis. So why haven't I? Why haven't I done that before?
Sean, why haven't you played?
Honestly, I don't. Well, I suppose it's not something that I see massively. Like, hey, come and try this. I have seen it now and then, but it's not something I see all the time. I would have no idea where to go to sort of even take part in something like this. So I suppose that's part of the reason. But I'm just wondering if it's maybe it's part of the acceptance thing. I don't know. I mean, previously when I had a little bit of vision, maybe I was just pushing away from. I'm not doing blind sports. That sounds ridiculous. But actually, when you do try these out, it's fun, right? I've heard from so many people say, you have a great time.
Yeah. And it's just, getting out and meeting people as well.
If.
So, I think that's an important part of any sport is the community that you have around that sport.
Well, that's why I like individual sports. I'd like, tennis. It's like you don't have to deal with people.
Yeah, but you still go to the bar afterwards, right?
so.
After the tennis match, you still go and hang out at the bar or whatever it is. And
Well, it's kind of important, right? How many times do we get a chance to socialise, right? It's not like we just jump in a pub, right? So,
I
mean, do you?
No,
do you, though? No.
do you jump in a pub? What, do you use a skipping rope as well?
I mean, it is.
I'm a dad now, I'm allowed to.
It's so easy just to get sort of isolated. So, yeah. It's a good idea, but for some reason, I've never done it.
Well, I also think it's just an availability of resources. You need enough blind people interested in the sport to make it happen.
Yes.
So I would love to do blind tennis, but I've only heard of it in London, and I can't find it here. So it's
Okay.
part of it.
You'll need to come to Melbourne. They play it
Okay.
here.
And we can play Swish together.
Oh.
Yeah. I think Swish is it is quite fun. I really enjoy it. I think it's a great one because you're not out, you're out of the weather. That's the one thing. I played blind cricket for a couple of years when I was much, much younger. Kind of hated it because it was too bloody hot. You're standing around on the outfield doing nothing for 20 minutes and then suddenly you run, throw the ball and you stand around for another 20 minutes. Like it
Sounds like cricket.
Yep,
Boring.
exactly. So, whereas at least with Swish, you're sort of you're inside.
So you're buying your own Swish table for the home?
They're pretty big. They take up too much space. You'd need a full-size garage to be able to put one in where you didn't want to do anything else in it.
I always wanted a pool table. That's
Me
what I
too.
used to play when I could see.
I loved it. I had a pool table as a kid and I loved it.
Pool was amazing. Every Sunday afternoon
was.
down the pub. Winner stays on. Man. Oh, I've depressed myself. Is there blind pool? Can you do that?
Is there blind pool?
There must be, surely. Someone invent that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get right on it. So going back to the couch, do we do any video games or online games? Let's get into that. I know Shaun is a big Echo fan, and do you have a bunch of games that you play on your Echo?
Do you know what? Like most things, when you first get them, you spend weeks and weeks just searching for the potential of this thing is amazing, and then after a while, it's like, yeah, okay. The only things I really play on my smart speaker are Night Manager. I know you play that, Kayaker.
I do.
And I still do like what's it called? Puzzler. I do the daily crossword and the premium crossword. I do like the crosswords. But other than that...
You do crosswords on the Echo?
Yeah. Well, it gives you a clue and you say the answer or spell the answer.
Okay.
Oh, it's very good. It's very good. I miss crosswords. They're all very, very easy. So, but I'm sure there's other crossword skills out there that you could try. But yeah, other than that, not really. And it's funny because... when I think of audio games is what we're talking about here, right? Mm-hmm. When I think of audio games, I always go back to what I think was quite possibly the best game I've ever played. Anyone know what I'm going to say?
Papa Sangre?
Have a guess.
Audio Defense.
Audio Defense. Yes, that's right. Well done, Kayaker. Audio Defense was absolutely fantastic, especially as you had... It was like VR for us. It was amazing. You had to spin around and, the pump action shotgun a zombie in the face or whatever it was. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it had a bug in it, and then, it was just totally mishandled by either the developer or the publisher or whatever it was, and it disappeared. And I've never seen anything else that even comes close to it. There was one called Circus Master, which was, I'll be honest, a direct rip-off of it. But even that wasn't quite, it just didn't feel right. And it's all about the feel of a game for me. Audio Defense was amazing. If we can find a clip, we'll put a clip in. But that was an amazing game. And it showed me that there is a game mechanic out there for audio games. It doesn't have to be just a dice game or a card game or, an audio board game. It can actually be an enjoyable first-person shooter in that sense. And I really miss it. But it does make me think it could still happen. I just don't think there's any audio games out there right now that draw me in. They just don't. I'm not into my RPGs. We're talking about smartphone games here as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Papa Songri and all Audio Defense. There's still a lot of development in audio games and accessible games on the smartphone. But it's just nothing that's really drawn me in.
There's also been a lot of talk about The Last of Us on the PlayStation 5 being accessible. Have you ever tried that, Shaun? And what's your feeling about games that sort of are first-person shooters that offer, accessibility guidelines? Because I've heard some of this stuff, and I kind of feel like you lose a lot of the gameplay by sort of being told what to do. It's kind of like you're just a puppet responding to stuff, and it sort of destroys the gameplay. But have you tried any of those, or how do you feel about accessibility in mainstream games like that?
You're trying to get me killed, aren't you? You're going to throw me under the bus.
No, I'm just...
No, I tend to agree with you, and we've had this discussion on Double Tap before. And there's such a movement when it comes to accessible games when we're talking about console games as well. And there is a movement in the industry itself. You mentioned, The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2, and there was another one as well, the racing game, that are totally playable with no vision at all. And people do love that, and of course we should strive for that. But I can't help thinking, and maybe this is an age thing, I just can't help thinking, same as you, Kayaker, but doesn't it totally change the game?
Yeah.
Because it just feels like it would be different. Now, I'm saying this as someone who I don't own a console, and I'm not quite willing to lay down that amount of money to test this out. But I know there is a growing scene in our community when it comes to making the Xbox, the PlayStation, these Switch, the whatever it may be, making these games accessible. I totally understand from a low vision point of view, turning on the high contrast and highlight outlines of characters and objects that are important to the gameplay. Absolutely fantastic. I used to, when I could see a little bit, I used to go into Left 4 Dead was the last game I used to play, I think. I used to go down and slow it down to a quarter speed, go into the console, host timescale, 0.25, slow it all down. And it was in slow motion, but I really enjoyed it. It was just great fun. So I totally get it from a low vision, but if you can't take in the visuals whatsoever and you're going off audio cues, I tend to agree with you. I think it just totally changes the game. I'm saying this just off my opinion and not off experience. So.
Yeah. Garth, did you ever play video games when you could see, and how did that transition
Not really.
Huh?
No, I never really did. Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Like as a little kid.
Okay.
I had a little handheld Donkey Kong thing that I loved. But no, I was never really into the gaming scene at all, and so haven't been aware of. I've been aware of.
How old are you, Garth?
What do you mean?
How did you not play games? Our generation, you never played games as a kid. Did you not have a Nintendo, a
games?
SNES, a Mega Drive?
No, never had any of them.
Too busy wrestling alligators in the outback, I know.
Crocodiles.
Yeah, okay,
Crocodiles, come on. They don't have...
Oh, sorry.
Crocs. Oi.
Crocs. Yeah. Well done, Kayaker, for once. I was never really into any of that stuff.
So you've got no interest now then, I take it?
No.
No, not so.
RPGs are, and this whole Night Manager thing that you guys go on about, no. I don't. It seems like one of these sort of things where you have to make sure you tend your garden every day, and grinding, is that what they call it? Where you just got to do stuff.
You got to put in the grind. It's like Roblox and grow your own garden. I mean, it's incredibly popular.
No, I've got no interest whatsoever.
It can,
no
I'm kind of getting tired of those types of games as well. I almost feel like Night Manager's turning into like Popcorn Tycoon in a way. You just let it run and do its thing. It's just...
Oh, I'm utterly bored of it. There you go. I am utterly bored of it, but I still check in every day because I've invested like 3 years into the game. So it's like I've either wasted some money that I put into it or I've wasted my life. So I'm going to keep playing it just because they've got me. But it's interesting with games, though. As I said, I think there still is. I know a lot of people say it's just audio games are just either text adventures or they're, replicas of card games or whatever, or dice games. And I totally get that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, Dice World, who doesn't play Dice World, right? It's incredibly popular. And it is...
that's one of the ones I still play.
Yeah, I think I play you on there as well now and again. It is cool. It's very good. Yahtzee, I love a bit of Yahtzee or Farkle. It's cool. But I don't... That's almost like it's almost like passing time for me, those sort of games. But I think, again, I'm still looking back. I mean, how long ago was Audio Defense? 7 years, 8 years, even more maybe? I still think it shows it is possible to make a fast action game in audio only.
Yes.
And I'm waiting for someone else to do that. Please, someone do that game again.
So on your iPhones, Shaun, is there anything that you play besides Dice World? I think that's usually the one that most people go to, but have you found any mainstream games that are accessible on your iPhone? Or
Oh, that's interesting. Mainstream games. No, I haven't tried. Do you know what? I kind of gave up. What was that one? Word with Friends and all that people used to play.
Yeah.
Words with Friends was great in the few minutes that it was accessible.
Yeah. And then it just totally went away, right? The accessibility was broken and never came back.
I don't know if it ever came back, but I was lost to it anyway. Yeah.
You got your fingers burnt and you give up. Yeah, I'm the same.
But that game shut down. It was accessible at the end. Like, I think they got the accessibility right, but then it just closed. It's like it went away.
Okay, I don't know.
I'll tell you and then it was Hanging with Friends, right? Or
Hanging with Friends, yes. Yeah. Some sort of balloon affair.
Yeah.
I tend to keep an eye on AppleVis, right, and see what's going on there, because if there's a new game, it'll definitely be talked about there, and even you get developers asking for feedback on their accessibility of some of their games. But as I said, look, what was the last few I seen was Swordy Quest or Land of Livia.
I play Land of Livia. Yeah,
and they're fine.
Land of Livia.
Yes.
What's Land of Livia?
Land of Livia is sort of a story-based adventure game. So you go on quests, you get armor and stuff. It's a linear path, I would say. There's a random chance, but it's pretty much story-based, and different quests and traveling takes real time. So it's kind of, it slows down, and you can do a little bit each day and progress.
There's your grind for you guys.
Yeah, but it's more passive. Yeah. It's not unlike Swordy Quest. I hated Swordy Quest because you had to do the same thing like 50,000 times in order to get some reward that you needed.
Level up.
Yeah, it's like, no, I don't need to fight the same monster 50 times just so I can get 50 points to do that. No, Swordy Quest sucked, and everyone loved it, but at least, I guess the comparison would be like, Shaun would get this reference, you might not, Garth, but Dragon's Lair, where you have this game, yes, and you're going down this path, and it's really cool at the time, but when you step back and look at it, everything is a linear path and predictable, and you have to go down the right path, and you can do it that way. So there's a progression. You can't get stalled. It just takes time to progress through the story. So the story,
just read a book, mate.
The story is in itself the game and the reward. Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I interviewed the developer behind Land of Livia, and he was trying to create a game for people with attention difficulties like autism and things like that. He wanted a more relaxed game, a game that didn't overwhelm, and it does say, in the tag, a relaxing adventure or something like that.
Yeah.
So it absolutely hits its mark of what it's trying to do. But again, at its heart, it's an adventure game, right? Yeah. Which is fine, but it doesn't float my boat, as they say. So, yeah, I don't know. I must admit, gaming isn't something. Wow, we're not doing very well so far. We don't watch movies, we don't play any sports apart from some sort of love game that Garth plays, and we don't play games. Anything else?
Well,
I play games.
Oh, here we go. Back to the smut. Yes.
No, well, what I do play on the iPhone, which is very little, as mentioned, but as I said, Dice World, I still play that one. There's a game called Wordful that I play semi-regularly. I used to play it a lot when travelling because if I didn't have internet connection, I could still play this game. And the other one that I play all the time is Wordle. That's a mainstream game, totally accessible. I use the NYT Games app now. The thing I love about Wordle is it's one game. You play it once that day and that's it. You're done.
Do you do Connections as well on New York Times? That's the one that I like, Connections.
Yeah, I've done it a few times, but not as religiously. And also the one where you're making words out of the letters. You get 7 letters and you've got to make as many words as you can. I occasionally
That's
have a play with
Boggle,
that
isn't
one.
it?
Scrabble, I
Something
think.
like that.
Well, okay.
Oh my goodness.
What?
No, last time my youngest son was visiting, we played Scrabble, actual Scrabble.
No.
I know.
And?
It was really fun.
Was it? Was it, though?
Yes, it actually was. We all enjoyed ourselves. It was sort of a, yeah.
Well,
Got out the Scrabble with the Braille Scrabble that Geordie has.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was good.
Well, that's a great segue, actually, into accessible board games. Let's go old school with a new style. Accessible board games. Which, by the way, why are they so bloody expensive? Because they've been adapted. Yeah, I know that, but still, that's like 50 quid for Monopoly. What do you think I am? Mad?
Well, normal Monopoly is 50 quid. Unadapted.
Oh, is it? Okay, then. I'm just old and
Depending on
cranky.
which edition you get, yeah.
Do you still play board? Well, obviously, Garth does. Scrabble. Okay, yeah.
Oh, look, we've played it once or twice. We played it, and that might be the only time in the next 3 years. Who knows? But it was, we had fun.
Now, Kayaker, I get, don't take this the wrong way, but I get a Dungeons and Dragons vibe off you. Anything like that? You must be into your board games.
No, I actually don't play any board games that I can think of. I was a Dungeons and Dragons fan. I'd love to get back into that. I was back when it first came out. But no, I don't think I've played any board games because that involves interacting with humans mostly.
Wow, who picked this
No,
topic
I'm
for
just
this
kidding.
episode?
No. I'm just being a little silly.
We should say, in case anyone is listening to this, trying to get any information whatsoever, there are accessible board games out there. So you can still play your favourite games even if you can't see, right? You do have accessible Monopoly, Scrabble. I'm trying to think of any other board games. I actually don't know. What else is there?
I'm trying to think of board games. Boggle? I don't know. There must be a Braille Boggle.
Yeah,
out
Boggle.
there.
And of course you can get accessible playing cards as well. You can't beat a bit of, rummy or poker or whatever. So you can get accessible playing cards, either large print or tactile. Uno. That's meant to be a European game, but it's something that I've never really heard of over here in the UK. Uno, yeah.
Okay.
It's a card game.
It was very popular here
Yeah, same in the States.
Okay.
in the late 80s or something. I don't know, whenever it was, yeah.
Is that just standard playing cards, or is that
No.
No, it's a special set of cards,
set.
yeah.
So you can get an accessible version of that?
You can.
Oh, I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could probably use standard playing cards and just adapt them because it's basically the same. It's like call your jack a double and your queen a, skip and your king a reverse and you're there.
I've always wanted to know how to play something called crib. Has anyone heard of cribbage?
Oh, cribbage?
I'm
Yes.
assuming that's what it stands for. Crib.
I have heard of it. I don't know how to play it.
Well, I always, it's like I see it on, it's almost like when you see poker being played on TV shows like Roseanne or something else from the 80s. I always think, that sounds quite, I'd like to play that, but I've never actually done it. Just saying, if anyone knows how to crib, then let me know.
Hit him up. Card games, we used to play one called 500 a lot as a late teenager,
What was that
20s
one?
sort of thing.
500.
500's like a slightly stripped down version of bridge, I guess. 500, bridge, and what's the one you used to see in all the old English books?
Rummy?
No.
Rummy, pontoon,
The other
blackjack,
No.
Okay.
No.
Bridge.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that style of game, though, where you've got usually 4 people and, yeah, I don't know. Let's not go into the details.
Fair enough. So what about actually on the computer? Is anything you play on the Mac or Windows?
Not at all.
RS Games is probably the only one that I've
That's
played
what I
on the
was
Mac.
looking for.
Yeah,
well done.
yeah.
I haven't played RS Games. I'd forgotten I even had that. I don't even know if I've got it on my new computer.
Is it even
I
still
used to play
running?
RS Games.
RS Games was cool. I think that's the first place I started to play Farkle on, which is a dice game, which is very cool. And the good thing about RS Games was that it was there was a voice chat feature in there as well, and it was a multiplayer. It was actually really, really cool. And as far as I remember, there wasn't too many, let's say, weirdos on there. And it was quite a nice experience to play. I just don't know if it's still there. You used to be, if you Google search RS Games, you just used to download a very accessible client, and there was a list of games. What made me think of RS Games was the 500 you mentioned. There was a game called 500 Miles or something.
Yes.
Yes, I think that was completely different.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you had to travel and there was different things. But RS Games actually was a very nice little community. I should actually try that out again.
When was the last time you played it, Kai?
RS Games, boy, I don't think I've played that in years.
Yeah, I think probably.
I'm going to Google it.
It was still
Carry on.
running about 2020, 2019, 2020, around that sort of era. It was still going.
I think there was a iOS app for it. So if it's in the App Store,
yeah,
there was
it wasn't as nice as
it wasn't as
of
convenient.
an experience
Do it on,
as convenient. Yeah,
That's the fun and games done with. rsgames.org. Apparently it's still there. So I'm going to try it out after.
there you go.
Could be fun. Is that it for games?
I
So
think
life
that's-
as a blind person is
Yeah.
no fun
So-
and no games. Is that what we're saying?
No, you can play Dice World.
You can play Switch.
You can play Swish if you happen to live in Melbourne or Brisbane.
No,
dear,
actually,
I don't know.
again, for anyone who's listening for information, actually, there's lots of accessible stuff out there. Just because, we don't partake in something or something doesn't float our boat doesn't mean that you can't. Anything you're doing now, there's a good chance there's an accessible version or some sort of variant out there.
There's always a variant
and
out
if you're not doing anything now, like us, we should go out and find some. Find something that you like.
If anybody knows of an audio game that will scratch Shaun's and Kayaker's audio defense itch,
Yes.
then please let us know.
And if you're a developer, let's make this happen. Kayaker, you're a developer. Why can't you make this happen? We need a sturdy, bug-free 3D audio engine. That's what was the Achilles heel of audio defense. There was a bug in the engine that they just couldn't be bothered fixing. So
Well,
if you can make that happen.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Did they make it open source? Did they release one?
No, of course they didn't. No.
Oh, well.
It was very disappointing. I would pay a subscription. Are you listening, developers? I would pay a subscription for that game. It was that good.
Kayaker wouldn't, though.
Nope.
Oh,
All right.
yeah, that's true.
Actually, this is a good segue to some news that's been coming up, right? So a while back, we talked about the subscription model and the blind tax and all this stuff. And we talked about Oko going to the subscription model. And guess what has happened?
What, Kayaker?
Tell us.
They rolled back on that, and it's no longer a subscription model.
Did they?
Yes.
Give us the details on that,
Well,
please. I need the deets.
The details are, in the latest
Yes.
update, there is no longer subscription in their app. So you should be able to download it if you're updating, and the subscription model is poof gone. So you no longer have to pay that monthly subscription.
Too many deets there, Kayaker. The reason I went iffed is because I don't believe they did roll back on or do a U-turn on that decision. I believe another organization has taken it over.
Is that okay? Good.
Now, I don't have the deets on this. This is why I can't give you the name of the organization. But I do remember seeing a post on Facebook from Oko saying that so-and-so has either bought the technology or taken over the technology or is backing the technology. There's a distinction between all of those. But what the result was, as you said, is that there is no longer a subscription, which is cool, which is nice, I suppose. Still makes me worry about the sustainability of it, but yeah, people are going to be happy.
Yeah, well, I think we talked about this. It's hard to make money from the blind community because we have limited resources and everything costs a lot, and it has to be a huge, increase in value to make a subscription worthwhile. And is crossing a street that huge in value?
Well, it depends if you're stuck because you can't cross the street or not.
Well, let's be honest. We crossed streets before this app came out. Maybe not well.
Let's be honest. Most of us don't have access to the app anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So don't really care.
Yeah, it's difficult for us to say how valuable it is, right? But
yeah.
Either way, it doesn't matter
it.
anymore because now it's free to everyone if you do have the ability to download and use it. So give it a go anyway.
Give it a go. But I think it does.
If you live in the US or maybe Canada, where can you use
Isn't it available in the UK as well or not?
No, it's not.
Okay,
Well, it wasn't the last time I checked. Yeah, it's available in various European countries, Brussels, and I think something like Japan. It's a really odd spread of the countries it is available because the crossings are different, obviously, different layouts, different ways of letting you know when it's safe to cross or not. So the AI needs to take all that into account. So they do roll it out slowly. But yeah, US and Canada definitely in various areas, apart from Quebec, apparently. In Quebec, it's not available. I don't know why.
I don't know. All the things I want AI to do, helping me cross the road seems a little dubious at this point to me.
What do you want AI to help you to do, Garth?
Write code, write stuff, answer questions.
Write audio defense.
There you go. Let's see if we can get ChatGPT or somebody to write us an audio game.
I did get it to write an accessible hangman just as a test of the coding in a batch file for Windows.
Cool. Yeah.
And it kind of got there. That was quite cool.
Okay.
You know what I discovered, talking of AI, just off on a tangent for a second, using my Ray-Bans this morning, and I just for no reason whatsoever just said, look and describe. And it said, you are walking down a path and, there's a dog in front of you sniffing a bush or whatever it was. I thought, that sounds strange. It's never said you are before. It just say something else, right? So I just said, what version of Llama are you using? And it says, I am Llama 4. So it's actually updated to the latest one. I don't know when that happened. So I'm wondering if there's any new features in there that...
I have to charge my Meta glasses up.
What do you mean? Do you not use them every single day?
I hardly use them at all.
Throw him out of the blind club.
Yep,
he's not one of us.
How can you not use them?
What do you mean? How can I not use them?
Do you have the checkbox for, what do they call it, Shaun? Advanced descriptive under the accessibility feature?
I don't know.
No, we don't have that.
You don't have that? Okay.
We don't have that feature. Isn't that just the same as saying in detail, adding that onto the end of your question?
Maybe. I'm not sure if it has a little more sculptured prompting to cater more for the blind. I don't know.
We still don't have live AI or the detailed description option either. So,
well, I think there's 2 states in the United States that can't have it either. Just some crazy stuff.
Well, Meta just refused to sign up for the EU Code of AI Ethics. So I'm not entirely sure about the future of the Ray-Bans as it stands anyway.
There
because
you go. Jeez.
Meta say, nope, we're not going to sign that. So, I'm hoping it doesn't mean that sometime in the future the Ray-Bans suddenly lose features. I hope that doesn't happen, but who knows?
Lucky you're not part of the European Union.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough fun and games.
That is.
We're all fun and gamed out.
Whatever you're doing this summer or in the winter in the Southern Hemisphere for those 12% of you, I hope it's a good one. And we'll see you next month, right? And if you have any comments or questions and have the answer to the audio defense game, drop us a line at sgk@theblind.ninja.
That's sgk@theblind.ninja.
sgk@theblind.ninja.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Ta-ra. Record.
Session started.
Record.
Ding.
There you go. I even said recording just for you, Shaun.
Thanks.
It's all right.
Well, because everyone spoke over it, I didn't hear what my screen reader said. So, recording. No, that's good. Yep. We're good.
Let me
Right.
check that too.
All right. Let's be clean, okay? Let's try to do this in one take. Let's be professional. All right.
One take kayaker. Okay. Remember those words, everyone.
Okay, that's not going to be me. Okay.
No, you said it. Okay, let's go.
No,
Let's go straight
I'm,
into
I'm
the
willing to see.
preamble.
No, we're not gonna do it.
You know,
Okay.
Let's do the start for a start.
Okay, hold on.
Let's have a go. Let's see how we go with that.
All right. All right, you guys ready?
Sure.
Why not?
Hey, Joey, you ever been eaten by a grown zombie? You ever been? All right, so let me start over. So much for the one take. That was just the practice. Okay. You know where I'm going with this, Garth and Shaun? You know where I'm going with this?
No.
Okay.
I have
How
no
can you
idea
know?
what you're going on about.
All right.
Okay.